Another title that's been announced that I'm really excited about, guys, is Stalker 2. This is a game that's going to be coming out, and it definitely kind of captured my excitement, to say the least, guys, when I saw, the reveal trailer and starting to understand more and more about what they might be going for here with this follow-up sequel that's been long anticipated for quite some time. So I wanted to go ahead, though, in this segment of the show and talk about everything that we know so far about Stalker 2. So let's get into it. So guys, in an article written by Nicholas Straub of Screen Rant, during the recent Xbox Game Showcase, fans got their first look at Stalker 2, the long-awaited survival shooter sequel from GSC Game World. 2 years after being announced, GSC's Game World Stalker 2 has returned to headlines following Microsoft's reveal that the game will be an Xbox console exclusive. During the Xbox Game Showcase, Microsoft celebrated the announcement by unveiling Stalker 2's first official trailer, which I really enjoy, guys. And the other part about this, it being an Xbox console exclusive, Xbox is taking a real approach here to being the Netflix of gaming, not only from Xbox Game Pass, but just trying to have more exclusives than anyone else. Now, a beloved cult series, Stalker, commonly called Stalker, is based upon 1979 film Stalker, as well as the novel Roadside Picnic, upon which the film is based. And so Stalker 2 marks the first time console gamers will have access to this unique series. While not much footage has been shown, the numerous details provided during the showcase, as well as the promised likeliness to previous titles, means there is already plenty to unpack. And so as far as the story as well as the setting is concerned, coinciding with the reveal during the Xbox Game Showcase, GSC Game World PR specialist Zakir Bocharov wrote a short article on Xbox Wire where he provided some more details on the game. Stalker 2, like its predecessors, will take place in the Zone, an irradiated wasteland near Chernobyl that formed following multiple nuclear meltdowns. The radiation has caused numerous alterations to the environment, with mutated people and animals in abundance. The most deadly threats in the Zone, however, are the anomalies. Anomalies are aberrations that defy the laws of nature, formed following the nuclear meltdowns. These anomalies take on various forms, but also all are fatal to organic life. So very interesting setting right off the bat, guys, obviously. You kind of think of the show that came out, Chernobyl, which was a very... it was a disturbing show of real, based around real events and such. Just hearing what this story is all going to be about sounds like a pretty terrifying experience. No details on the actual plot have been provided, but Bocharov did confirm a few things about the general context. First, players will once again take on the role of a stalker, a bounty hunter who explores the Zone in search of valuable information and loot. Second, the narrative will be a branching story with moral choices and multiple endings, which I think is pretty interesting. Whether or not that's going to work really well for everybody, we'll have to kind of wait and see. For me, though, guys, this game being called Stalker 2, I personally think that it should have been kind of a Stalker, soft reboot, because this is the first time that console players will be able to play it. I feel like a lot of console players would love to play the first game. Now, I'm not sure if Stalker, the first game is going to come to Xbox or consoles, but I think it would have been nice if this game just kind of was more of a soft reboot to kind of introduce a lot of the console players who never got a chance to play it. So that is one thing that kind of bothers me and is unfortunate for a lot of people who probably will never play the first game because it's not on console. No gameplay footage. This is based on the gameplay, guys. There is no gameplay footage has been shown. Nor has there been any particular details about the gameplay of Stalker 2. But Bocharov made it clear that this new game will have deep roots in the vision shared by past titles, saying, with Stalker 2, we are finally creating the thing we've wanted to make since the very beginning. Thus, looking at the past games will provide at least a general sense of how gameplay in Stalker 2 will operate. Now, previous Stalker titles are FPS games with emphasis on survival and horror. Players need to actively monitor their well-being, paying attention to radiation sickness and hunger, while also taking care to upgrade their gear. So in ways, guys, kind of like Metro, this is a game that obviously I love. Being a horror game, guys, being a massive horror fanatic, I am incredibly excited about this. When you mix, survival with horror, first-person shooter, guys, it's got the makings of greatness in my personal opinion. opinion. Aside from the expected bandits and mutants common to the genre, players also have to deal with the aforementioned anomalies. In prior games, players are equipped with a detector that beeps when anomalies are close. Players could then use metal bolts to assess the exact boundaries of the anomaly. Touching an anomaly means death, but navigating them is important since some hold artifacts which are special items that provide special perks like increased health. Kind of reminds me, anomalies a little bit remind me of some of the creatures or the spirits that were in Blair Witch. The Blair Witch game, you kind of have to like monitor around them, get too close and they'll take you out and such, so you have to absolutely be very much so mindful of them. One area where Stalker 2 will expand on its predecessors is with its world. Whereas prior games in the series were interconnected levels separated by loading screens, Stalker 2 will be a fully explorable open world boasting advanced AI. The previous Stalker games were well known for their dynamic AI, as they included a living world simulating system called A-Life. Stalker 2 looks to expand on this system with A-Life 2.0. According to Bocharov, the game world will exist and evolve outside of the player's input, which is really interesting. I love this open world scenario, especially within a horror title, guys. Once again, has kind of you kind of start thinking more about like games like Metro and stuff, but all in all, guys, I'm excited about this. This all sounds really interesting, really intriguing to myself. Multiple ways of exploration and such, as well as difficulty. It'll be interesting. Now, as far as the release date is concerned, no official release date has been unveiled for Stalker 2, but the game is still planned to meet the previously announced 2021 release window. When Stalker 2 launches, it will release on the PC and Xbox Series X and will be available free to those with Xbox Game Pass. So, with that, guys, definitely don't, hold your breath with the 2021 release date. Just because of the pandemic still going on in our world, we don't know if that's going to get pushed because of, development problems or, just issues along those lines. I'm assuming Stalker 2 is pretty well into development, but, don't hold your breath there. That's why we don't have an official release date yet, most likely. We'll probably find out either later this year or beginning of next year when we can expect this release. So Stalker 2 has had a long, complex history of plans for it being discussed as early as 2010. Now the game is not just officially coming, but it's coming with the backing of Xbox and the advanced technology offered by the Unreal Engine. Fans have waited a long time, and we'll have to wait a little longer, but it might actually be worth it. And I gotta say, I agree 100% with that, guys. I think that this is a title that definitely will be well worth the wait. We're going to have to kind of wait and see. I mean, obviously, guys, once we start seeing gameplay and such, we can really break down these things more. But these are the things that we know so far about Stalker 2. Let me know in the comment section down below. What are you most excited about with Stalker 2? Let me know. Let's have a real conversation about it. And for more Stalker 2 content and videos, stay here with Zero TV.